my gosh, I don't even know where to start. I don't know how to start this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is incredibly exciting. If you guys have been following me on social media, especially on Twitter recently over the past few weeks, months, actually I didn't start dropping hints until maybe just a couple of months ago. I kept everything very private and secret up until then, but I'm sure you guys have been getting so annoyed at me dropping loads of hints and teasing loads. But today is finally the date that I can reveal that I am launching new makeup with Revolution. So if you guys are new here and you didn't know, my name is Sophie and I'm from the UK, and I last year in September launched an eyeshadow palette and a highlighter palette with, well, back then they were Makeup Revolution and now they are Revolution, and those palettes went down really well. You guys seem to really love them, which is amazing, and they came to me and were like, hey Soph, do you want to do some more products? And I was like, yeah, I think I will. I think I'll take you up on that offer. So the first palette was just called the SOPH palette. It was like SOPH Revolution. And this time round, I've got a second eyeshadow palette. Oh my god! This eyeshadow palette is the SOPH Revolution Extra Spice palette. This is what the box looks like. I'm sorry that it's got fingerprints on it. It's not like the main factor, this is just the box that it comes in. This is the Extra Spice palette. Here's a little sneak of the colours that you're gonna get, but I'm gonna show you in a second. And not only this time round have I had the chance to release a palette, let me just pick them up. I am also launching 3 nude lipsticks with Revolution. Ooh, this is so dirty. How did I get it so gross? Oh my god, now it's all over my hands. So I've got a little collection going on here. Oh my gosh, I have been dying to tell you guys this for the longest time, and oh, you know what? I feel like you're a bit far away at the moment. I'm just going to bring you a little bit closer so I can actually show you the products. Okay, I feel like I'm going to miss out some I can't even talk, I'm so excited. I feel like I'm going to miss out some information in this video, so if I do forget anything, I will try and put all the info down below. But these, this collection is launching tomorrow morning, 6th of June, on the Revolution Beauty website. It will then be rolling out into Superdrug in a couple of weeks' time, and I'm not really sure when exactly on those dates, but if you follow me on social media, I will keep you posted. But the Revolution Beauty website does ship worldwide, so if you want to get your hands on these things, then you can always go there. So first up, we have the Extra Spice palette. This is what the box looks like. I know that mine is a little bit grubby because obviously I've used it. The back of the box just looks like this. It's got like a brief overview of the shades, and then you take it out the box. Let me just wipe the fingerprints off on my leg. So palette number 1 was Matte Nude with the shiny rose gold logo. This time we decided to flip that around, and we have, oh my gosh, I'm trying to find an angle where it's not gonna blind you. This one has got a shiny rose gold metallic lid, and then the matte nude writing, and then on the back it's still got like the matte nude kind of box thing. So the inside of the palette looks like, oh god, lids stay up. The inside of the palette looks like this. As you can see, there is 18 different shades. This time round, they're a little bit more bold, a little bit more bright, but there's still your neutrals in there as well. I am just obsessed with this palette. When Revolution came to me and they were like, okay, we want to do a second palette with you, I was thinking, well, how could I possibly do that? Like, I put everything that I wanted in a palette into my first eyeshadow palette. I did a little bit of sneaky research on Twitter, and I asked you guys, what are your favourite shades from my first palette, and what do you think was missing from the first palette? I didn't say that I was releasing a second one or anything, but judging on your feedback, a lot of you guys said that you wanted some more bright sunset sort of vibes, which I personally wanted as well. I really wanted to have like a red, bright red, and a yellow, and also a lot of you said that you really wanted some like burgundy purple shades because my first one didn't have that, so I've added those in here as well. And yeah, I picked every single shade. I just wanted this to be like, the reason I called it Extra Spice is because I wanted it to be like the extra spice in people's makeup collection, because there are some more bright and bold shades in here. I thought it would be a really nice palette for not only just like your everyday person, but maybe even like makeup artists, people that like to be a bit more creative with their makeup. That's why I called it Extra Spice, and also because I thought these shades, like the kind of warm shades on this side, I thought they looked very spicy, so that's why I called it Extra Spice. But yeah, like I said, there is definitely all of your neutrals really in here that you would need. I can't. I just think it is a gorgeous palette, and I spent so long trying to figure out the layout and the names and just like picking the colours in general. I went back and forward on the layout so many times until I finally got to the point where I was happy with how it looked. So if you kind of cover each of the halves of the palette, it's almost like these little cubes, or squares rather. So I thought that this half of the palette looked really cool as like a little square, and then the other half of the palette is kind of like your earthy kind of tones, and they're a little bit like darker and smoky. But I mean, you can obviously dip into any single colour that you want. I just thought they'd look pretty nice like this. I also picked all of the names, so I'm just going to go through them quickly. Also, this time round, we listened to people's feedback. People said about the sheet, the name sheet thing, that they lose it. And so this time, oh god, the lid keeps closing on me. This time the names are actually printed onto the palette, so you don't have to like try and remember them before you lose the name sheet, because I know that I did that as soon as I got it. The first one that we have up here is called Everyday. I named it Everyday because, okay, firstly, I'm not gonna lie, I love High School Musical. There is a great song in High School Musical called Everyday, but that wasn't actually the main reason, but I thought it fit very well anyway. I have no shame. High School Musical is like one of my favourite films of all time. But the main reason I named it Everyday is because I thought it was a very classic, neutral, everyday sort of colour that you can just throw on your eyes if you want something for an everyday kind of look. And this is also a really gorgeous like inner corner highlight. We then have the shade Running Late, which if you guys watch my vlog channel, you will know that I run late for everything ever in my life. And I thought this would just be the perfect matte kind of pale orange colour that you could just put all over your lid, just blend it out, and then you've got your perfect eyeshadow shade if you're running late. We then have this super blinding metallic silver, which I thought was really cool, because even though you might see a lot of warm shades in this palette, you can definitely get a really gorgeous cool toned look with it, which I am going to show you a tutorial of sometime in the future. But there's a cool toned brown, a cool toned silver. This shade Cookie Dough is more kind of like a cool toned crease colour, and then obviously there's the black down here. There's a kind of khaki colour which is more cool toned. So if you guys do like your more cool toned looks instead of the kind of oranges and reds, then you can definitely use those kind of colours. So that's why I wanted a silver in here. This one is actually called Infinity. I actually named that Infinity because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in all of my videos I wear this infinity ring. It's just like a silver ring which has got an infinity symbol on it, and I've had this for like 4 or 5 years. I actually got this from Sam. If you didn't know, he's my boyfriend, and I thought it might be nice to include something for him in here. Okay, right, so a lot of these names are actually related to food. I then have the shade Cheesecake, which is a dark warm toned brown, which oh my god, I absolutely love. My previous palette didn't have any warm toned darker browns, so that's why I put that one in there, and I named it Cheesecake just because of my love for cheesecake. So that is another matte shade. Then next door to it, this one is called Cookie Dough. This one is a more, it's kind of like a neutral-ish, it's not really warm, it's not really cool, it's just like another matte transition sort of shade, and it's called Cookie Dough because it looks like cookie dough and I love cookie dough. So we then have this one, which is called Dreams. This one is just a very classic gold colour. This one is super pretty. I called it Dreams for quite a few reasons. One, because it has been an absolute dream. Like, I know this, it sounds so cringy and so cheesy, but it has literally been a dream to be able to do a second palette and the lipsticks. Also, again, throwing back to my love for like Disney Channel and Hannah Montana. And yeah, Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana, Dream. It's a great song. And also obviously Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. There's a lot of reasons behind this. I just really liked the name Dreams. We then have this shade over here, which is a matte yellow, which I thought was really cool. And it goes so nicely with these sort of colours. If you want to do like a sunset look, it's just gorgeous. And this one I called Vitamin C just because I thought it looked like orange juice, and I love orange juice, and orange juice has obviously got vitamin C in it. We then have the shade Sweet and Sour, which is a darker kind of true, it's kind of like the colour of a carrot. This is not called carrot, it's called Sweet and Sour. I just called it that because of my love for sweet and sour chicken, Chinese style, which is my favourite food. We then have the shade 21, which I feel like is the standout shade of this palette. This is very spicy. This is a super hot kind of red with a slight kind of like pinkish sort of undertone, but it's just such a gorgeous shade. I called this 21 for two reasons. One, because I turned 21 this year and I thought it would be pretty cool to like have that in here as like one of the main shades. And then also my second reason for it being called 21 is because of 21 Pilots. I'm a big fan of them. And you know, I thought it was just a shout out to Josh Dunn and his red eye looks. We then have the shade Romance, which is a shimmer burgundy colour. This one was named Romance because I thought it looked like a kind of romantic colour, and also after My Chemical Romance, who again, absolutely love them, and I thought it would just be cool to put that in there. We then have the shade Enchanted, which is a matte dark purple. This is named Enchanted after one of Taylor Swift's songs from her Speak Now album, which is my favourite album, and on the front cover of that album she's wearing like a purple dress, so I thought I would do that as a nod to Taylor Swift. We then have the shade Lakes, which I know people might think, so why have you called a khaki green colour Lakes? This is a matte khaki because in my previous palette I had a shimmery green colour, but there wasn't really anything to kind of go with it. Well, I mean there was, but like I just wanted a matte khaki green. This one is called Lakes because me and my family go to the Lake District quite a lot, and my parents love going to the Lake District, and obviously the Lake District is very kind of earthy and green and mountainous, so this one is kind of for my parents. I thought that would be really cool. Then this one down here is a dark matte brown, and it's kind of like a cool toned brown. This one is called Brownies just because I love brownies and I have a very sweet tooth, if you couldn't already tell. The next one along is another food themed one. This is a darker kind of burnt orange colour, which is called Chocolate Orange, and yeah, no explanation needed. Then this one down here is another matte shade. This one is called Mulled Wine, and it's just a really pretty kind of like burgundy-ish purple shade, which I've actually got on today. And then we have this bright yellow gold shimmer, which I absolutely love. This one I called LA Sun just because I went to LA last summer with two of my friends and it was such a fun trip, and yeah, I just wanted to put that in there as kind of like a memory of the trip because obviously it's so hot in LA, and I thought this was kind of like the colour of the suns. We then have this shade down here which is called Aurora, and this is a shimmery green again. I really love like the Northern Lights, and my dad read the books, the Philip Pullman books to me when I was younger. He read them to me and my brother, and I think the book is just called The Northern Lights, and Aurora is kind of like one of the Northern Lights kind of things related, so that's why I called it Aurora. And then the final shade is a dark matte black, which I thought that a palette could not be without, and this one, no surprises, is called Reputation, which again is another shade which is named after Taylor Swift, so there we go. So those are all of the eyeshadow shade names. It was so fun to pick them all out, honestly. Like, I had so much fun on this palette. This look that I'm wearing right now today, I've actually done a video on, and that video will probably be up this evening as well. Oh, and also the palette is going to be £10, so it's super affordable again. So I'm sure this won't surprise you, but my 3 lipstick shades are all nudes. I wanted different shades of nudes so that they would work for different skin tones. These are called Syrup, Cake, and Fudge because I love sweet things, if you didn't already guess that. Syrup is actually this shade that I'm wearing today, and these have just got a matte nude packaging, and then they've got a shiny rose gold lid, and then it's actually got like SOPH engraved onto the lipsticks, which I think looks so cool. These are £4 and they're a kind of creamy satin sort of finish. We stuck with the satiny sort of finish just because I know that not everybody likes matte lipsticks because some people find them too drying, and I thought that if you have a satin sort of finish creamy lipstick, what I've done today with this is I put it on and then I blotted, and it makes it much more of a matte finish, but these are super creamy, super comfortable. The shade Syrup is probably my favourite. It's just a kind of palish brownie nude, which I love. I do have to say, these are named after sweet things, but they don't have a kind of sickly sweet smell. I personally don't mind it, and I quite like it when a lipstick smells quite sweet, but I know that for a lot of people, they're quite sensitive to smells that are on their lips because obviously your lips are right below your nose, and if something smells too strong or too sickly sweet, then I know that it can give some people a headache, and not everybody likes it. So the next one is called Cake. This one is more of a kind of pinky nude, which is kind of like your My Lips But Better sort of colour. I just thought that this was needed, and it's such an everyday colour that I thought that a lot of people will like. And then the final shade is called Fudge. I have actually chipped this. Well, that's why I got it all over my hand earlier. This one is called Fudge, and this one is just a darker brownie nude. So if you have deeper skin and you want a kind of just classic nude lipstick, then I'm hoping that you guys are gonna love this. Obviously you can still wear it if you have fairer skin as well. Just on me, it's more of like a vampy sort of nude. But this is just a really gorgeous kind of chocolatey fudge colour, which I think is gonna be beautiful on deep skin. Obviously, if you're paler, then the shades are gonna come off slightly darker on you. Well, probably like my skin tone, I guess. Then if you have more medium skin, then these are going to be more pale nude, and then if you have deeper skin, then you can definitely use them in combination with a lip liner, and maybe just like if you wanted to use syrup, which is the lightest one, you could just put a little bit on the center of your lips to make your lips look really like plump, or Fudge, I reckon, is just going to be like your classic kind of everyday sort of nude. So yeah, I wanted to do 3 different shades for everyone, I'm hoping, and I really hope you guys love these. So the lipsticks are going to be £4 each, which again is super affordable. I think that is everything. I did do a second video which is on this look right here, so if you guys want to go over and watch that, then that would be awesome, and I would love to know like any of your thoughts and opinions and comments down below. And yeah, I think that's all the information. Like honestly you guys, I am just so incredibly grateful for this opportunity. I'm out of breath because I'm so hot in this room. Like, it is 26 degrees outside. I'm burning up, and also just because I am so excited for this launch, you don't even understand. Like, it has been so hard to keep this a secret, and I am so grateful to everyone at Revolution that has like helped me to make this and given me this opportunity, and just to Adam, the owner of Revolution, who has literally like believed in me from the beginning and honestly changed my life, and obviously to you guys for getting me where I am. Like, what is happening? Yeah, I think that is it. I don't really know what else to say other than just thank you, and all is revealed. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!